High Response Marketing weekly live stream show. It's good to see you. Only a couple minutes late. Thank you for popping on. I just sent an email out too last minute. It's always the big question in the office: is Jake going to actually go live this week? Because it's always down to the wire. I hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing pretty good. Doing best I can. It's good to see Bruce Rogat here. Thank you for joining. You're the first person on. You've been sitting here waiting for the show. I'm just going to chatter for a minute while everyone gets a chance to get on. I think we're going to talk about AI tools, which is good. I'm going to shout some people out. Local marketing is always good to talk about. You can never talk too much about local marketing. I have been doing a ton of signage, but I have not seen as many signs come through as there should be from other marketers and side hustlers. I talk about this all the time, that it's one of the fastest ways to make money as a side hustle. So if you're looking to make money as a side hustle, but I don't see them come in nearly as much as they should. Like you can make a whole bunch of money really easy selling lawn signs, just lawn signs. You've got political, you've got school, you got crazy amounts of schools, year end of school, graduation banners, local business banners, signs. It's like the easiest thing to sell. And when you provide these, people will go crazy on their social media, and you'll have people with a sign that, oh, look at my baby on the sign graduating. And then 50 people on their thing, they share it. They say, where do I get one of these? And you become inundated with work. These are the easiest things to make in Canva. Anyone can do it. It is a side hustle that anyone of any age can do. I don't know why more of you aren't doing it. If you are a local business owner looking to get a lot of bang for your buck in marketing, give away some signs. Go print some free signs. Go do some graduation banners, donate some. You will get so much advertising for free. People will share, make some banners for the local school. Make a banner for an event. Donate your services and make a banner for a local community event. You will get so much organic, natural, word of mouth advertising. You couldn't pay for it. You will get such a high quality of shares on social media and connections. You can go from 0 to 70 in a split second. All of a sudden having no clients to having more clients than you can imagine just for signage. I don't know why more of you don't do it. I think because you think it's such small transactions. But there's an effect that happens when you do this and you become so well known that word of mouth just spreads really fast. Great to see you, George. Thank you for showing up. Earl is here. Earl, do I have an email sitting out for you? I have you in our CRM, and it's like way in the early stages, and I think no one's looking at it. I don't know why. I saw that today. Rob is here. Good to see you, Kevin. Kevin Dyke, big shout out with his 250,000 business cards. Kevin just delivered 250,000 business cards to a client. Wild. 250,000 of them. Ed Jr.'s here. Greg Batcher's here. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look, Jason Bell always expired. He can charge whatever he wants. Jason can charge anything he wants. He's allowed to. I should be charging 10 times more. See, he's not afraid to charge more. I am. He's not afraid. My man, Jason. I really appreciate him coming on here last week. I'd like to have more guests. Actually, anyone can actually sign in here. I got to start getting people. You could, if anyone wanted to ask a question or something, you go on your phone and it could bring you up as a guest. You can have up to 10 people. I don't know if anyone will. I don't know. I can go ask. Let me go see. Hang on. Let me go see. They can, yeah, kind of. We can you can sticker, so we can always print stickers on any size you want. But yes, some sizes we can print if you have some weird kind of card. I don't say. Here's the problem. Everyone wants existing camp. Everyone always wants. Oh, give me some exist. When you do a new mover campaign or a 9x12, you don't keep extras. Like if you're mailing out 1,000, you 200, you mail them, so you don't have extras. Like none of us really have extras sitting around. I mean, I could print some, but it's just, I think you're better off printing templated ones. Go make one on Canva that's the way you want it with your own brand. Like I would want to show my own brand. Wi-Fi payday. Thank you for showing up there. We're going to talk. Oh, Sarah's here too. Appreciate it there, Sarah. We just opened our pool. I think she's probably screwing around with the pool. Not if it's unrealistic without social proof from other marketers. I don't know what you're talking about there, but oh, Daytona Beach real estate team. It's always good to see you. Talk AI today. Yeah, sticker. So we can always sticker anything, any size, any shape, any size. So if you have some weird thing that is NFC capable, you can just do stickers. You can do any quantity. You can do 5 of them. Do 1 of them. It doesn't matter. Bob is here. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, no, it's ready. It's me. Bajun Banger is done. For the last like 3 months, I have them all done, and then I don't have an hour. I need 1 hour where I can just tie them up. I don't have it. I try. It's so hard. I got to hire more people. Thank you, Corey. Yeah. There's lots of money to be made. There's so much. Let's talk about, okay, we got people on here. Let's talk about, I want to shout out Tim Black. I don't know if he'll show up today, but Tim Black just did 10,000 9x12s. I should go grab some because I have some back there. But he just did 10,000 9x12s. So that is fantastic. Oh, Corey Pebbler is here. Yeah, the donut. Right. Corey knows about banners. Corey's one of the very few marketers that it registers in his head, despite me saying this so many times. Banners and signs get you so much business. Me and Corey both do banners for like our local little leagues. You do donate or sell. They often have funds. They usually have funds, so you can just sell it. You just have to talk to them. Offer for a cheap price. They will shout you out so much. Banners for basketball games, the senior teams, the athletic stars, the banners they put up on gyms for the track records and the football records. Events. Talk to event people. Offer, do you have banners? Talk to your local government. They have a parade going on. Find out who's on the parade, needs banners. You will get so much natural advertising. Doesn't matter the business you're even in. If you're a realtor, this is a fantastic way to just spend some money on marketing. So all you realtors that are listening, I know we have Daytona Beach here, the Gartons. We've got Rob, Eli, we've got Bruce Rogat. Who's Earl Carvin's right? One of you guys is a realtor. I don't remember. Bob Hayes is here. This is fantastic for businesses like realtors. I'm pinning this up here. Talk to these events, parades, municipal, schools. Donate some banners. I print them so cheap. So cheap. Just offer. Just donate a banner. Donate a banner. Offer to donate a banner. You will get so much shout outs. They will shout you out. You do it in your business name, realtor, whatever, realty. They will shout you out. They'll repost you. You may get listings from this. You don't know. The network of people that you're dealing with when you're doing banners is really good because they're usually like charitable events, little leagues, sports, schools. There are municipal, political. There are connections that go really deep. And just having people talk, share, you can't buy that kind of advertising. For $30 or something, for a $30 donation, if you budgeted $1,000, okay, let's say you said, okay, I'm gonna allocate $1,000 of marketing budget into just donating banners. I'm gonna strategically donate banners. You could donate so many banners with that $1,000. Instead of putting it into Facebook ads, instead of putting it into a mailer, your money will go further. I promise you, will go further just donating banners. I should make a whole video on this. I really should. Because only so many people will see this. Strategically donate banners. Say, okay, what organizations what events are going on? What committees, charities can I reach out to and offer to buy a banner? I'd like to make you a banner, no charge. I'm going to donate it under my company. You could even say, you know, as long as you just shout me out. Just, you don't have to, but if you want to just, you know, shout me out, that's fine, no charge. And they will go crazy. When you donate things like that, people love banners. They love them. They love banners. It's like that they have a festival, a craft show, a fact that they love the banner. It's like their star thing. It's, oh my God, it's so amazing. And they tell all their friends. They go on social media. And Justin Garten made this, and Tiffany Garten made this banner. Oh my God, thank you so much, Realty USA and stuff, for donating the banner. You get so much mileage out of that. Hopefully this is registering to your heads. I make so many content on banners and signs and no, it's like, oh, if I'm not making $100,000 on it, I don't want to do it. Rob says, I have a great free opportunity to place a mini billboard on the main access road anytime I'll stun my door. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. 6'4" sign. Yes, definitely. It's actually going to cost the same as an 8x4. So you might as well do 8x4, which is a full sheet. Full sheet. Yes. Hit me up. Jake at printingforsupercheap.com. I just had a guy pick up four of them earlier. A realtor, a local realtor. Good afternoon, John, all the way from Ireland that made it. Oh, just finished the 9x12 course. What did it achieve it? Yes, now it's time to go sell some spaces. Hopefully everyone listened to what I just said. Carolyn's here with the best website she made on Canva. It's amazing. You know that? You can make, that's a good, let me put that up here. She needs to put this up and sell it. I told her to. Where is it? How do I put a banner up? Some people are going to hate me to say this, but I embrace it. Use Canva to make your website. You can make the beautiful websites like that in Canva. They're amazing. Single page websites, perfect. You can make them incredible. They're responsive. They do fancy stuff. They're fast. Make it in Canva. I know a lot of people say, well, make it in Canva. There, you could do this, but really, they will shout you out. And you can ask, just put it, you don't even have that. They will. You donate a banner or even just print a banner, like they will shout you out. They will post it on their Facebooks. Ask them to. Because they'll thank you. And you could say, you know what, do you mind just posting on Facebook? If you post it on social, I wouldn't mind. They'll do it. Yes. Come on, JLD. Do I have any banners? No, because they're all picked up. I got one weird one back there, but I don't want to grab it. What sounds like a disaster? I'm talking about a disaster. Yeah. Tell my staff to show up to do samples. Samples are the bottom. They're the highest priority, but they're the bottom. They're the bottomest. It's like, it's really hard to get samples out, but I'm going to get them out tomorrow. But I don't know, if you've bought a week ago, they should be there. Kim Senny's here over in Texas. Complicated question because there's many variables on sizes and quantity and how many colors. Like they can be anywhere from like $6-7 each to $25 for one. So, and everything in between. So it really just depends. But you could say maybe like $9 to $15 on average. And then you sell them for $25, $35 each. Hard to, it's just complicated. But yes, easy profits. Banners really cheap, big profits. Use Canva to make your website. I wanted to talk about some AI tools. Let me put a thing up on here. What AI tools are you using? Maybe there's some I'm not familiar with that I'm not using. I embrace AI. I'm scared to death of it. I think it'll be the death of us. It'll kill us. But you can't deny its power. And more AI is being used in our business every day. There's some things that I just could not live without. I can't even imagine how life was without these things. I am not using AI for my CRM because I use Pipedrive. What CRM are you guys using? I love Pipedrive. Pipedrive for us is perfect. And if you want a simple, fast moving CRM, Pipedrive is fantastic. And it's not AI. And I'm aware of there's no AI in there. But once that probably gets integrated in, I'm sure we'll see some big changes. But you should have a CRM. If any of you are not working without a CRM, I really suggest you start. Use some kind of, well, I don't even never remember what it even stands for. It's the thing that holds all your customers and it keeps you on track. You can pull up customers and see previous deals and what you've quoted and communicated. It's like if you go to the hospital and they can pull up your records. They know how many people are in the hospital, what stage they're in, who's scheduled for what, who needs to be followed up on, all the times you've communicated and what you've talked about. You really need one of those in your business. And I think I'm an advocate for Pipedrive. It works perfect for I think for marketers. It would work really perfect because deals are fast moving. It's not the prettiest. It's like it kind of looks outdated, but it functions really well. But I'm interested to see what other ones you're using. As far as AI tools, I'd like to see what you guys are using. Daytona Beach says ChatGPT. Of course, I know you meant GPT. I pay for the $20. Do you guys pay the $20 for the fancy one? I don't know if there's a difference, but I figure there is, and for $20 I pay it. ChatGPT 4.0 or something. ChatGPT is amazing. Most business owners are not using it, or they're using it wrong for their businesses. I love how you can just generate copy, blurbs, taglines, funny things. You can change things. You can shorten things. If there's a lot you want to say, you can put it in there. It can shorten it, change the tone of voice. You can make headlines. You have all the headlines you want. You can tell it to put a headline in less than 8 words. You can the headlines, which is so important on a postcard or on ad copy, the first thing that grabs someone, you can just make in ChatGPT and then pick the one you like. It's incredible. If you're not funny, you can make funny stuff. It's amazing. Perplexity. I don't know that one. Is that your CRM? Mathis says have a hard time selling with fast pizza, more difficult. I think I don't know if it was you. Someone reached out, and it might be you. Someone reached out and asked me, said, I'm right down to the last few spaces. And my strategy has always been, and I've saved so many people with this strategy. If you are right down to the end of a 9x12 and you have spaces that still need to be sold, where's Samson, by the way? I'm broke here. I need Samson's buddy. If you have some spaces to sell, or you've hit your deadline and you're like, crap, I made some money, but I still have 4 spaces or 3 spaces or 2 spaces. What do you do? If you are down to the wire and you need to get this thing out, just give away spaces. You're already going to hit the deadline, right? You're already probably need to get this thing out. So just in your head, just call it a loss and say, I'm going to do this strategically, and I'm going to give spaces away, but I'm going to do it strategically. I'm going to pick the businesses that I want on here. I'm going to pick some really lucrative, juicy businesses. It could be like really popular restaurants, pizzeria, ice cream, something that's really lucrative. A business that's really well known, a business that has a lot of potential to spend with you in the future, a business that people will really love to see on the card, that gets you more credibility, more response, people happier to get the card. And you think of those people, and because it's free, you can contact those owners with a lot more confidence, because you can go in there and say, I need to talk with the owner. I want to give them a free I own whatever. I want to give them a completely free ad space on 10,000 of these going out. There's no charge. I literally just want to give a free space. I just need to have the owners okay. The confidence that you have, you'll reach owners like that. It's amazing. You'll reach owners real quick because you're not scared of selling them something. And it's just a mental limitation that has been removed. You can demand to talk to the owner because now you have all this confidence free. You're like, I need to talk to the owner. How do I talk to them? There's no charge. I'm not charging them anything. Trust me, they will want to be on this card. It's 10,000 of them free, or a competitor is going on there. I'm pretty sure they're going to be the one that wants to be on there. Then you talk to the owner and you explain that up front. You say, this is free. I'm putting out this card. I have some space available. I just want you on the card. I think that if you get on here, you'll want to be the one on here, not your competitor. And hopefully on mailings down the road, you'll want to buy a space. If they don't, just say, okay, I'll go to whatever other place. It's fine. But just this is totally free, 100% free. And if they're on board, you force them to give a pretty good deal. You can make that a condition of it. You can say, I'm happy to put it on here as long as you put a good deal on there. Because I just want people getting the card and say, this is a good deal. What will happen is you either get the space on there, which gives you a ton of value instead of an empty space. But much of the time, you will actually sell the space. They will say, no, you know what? I'll buy it. I would love to be on this. I'll buy it. And you'll sell the space. It will happen. You can even make the space really small, the giveaway space, and they'll want the big space. And they'll say, well, I'll take this, how much for the big one? And then you cut them a deal for the big one. It will work. I'm telling you, it will work. And you'll talk to a lot of people because you're confident. Customer relationship manager. I always forget that. That's why the tech stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you're using it, it doesn't matter. I got to know how it works. AI is just another tool. I'll tell you my favorite AI tool in a minute. Urable. I don't know what that is. I feel like CRMs have to be, we use our own custom one for a long time, then I switched to Pipedrive. CRMs fit businesses, and once you're on it, you got to stay on it. It's really hard to switch to another. It's a major thing, but you really need it. And it's basic, simple thing. You can use a spreadsheet. I wouldn't, or use Airtable, something like that would be, would work. You can also just use Siri on your phone and just, I was worried it was going to say something. And just tell it to remind you, remind me to talk to this person, enter this person, remember this person, tell me to call this person on whatever day. Gemini. So talk to Joshua Volts, long time marketer. Josh has been around a long time, been around the block, talked to him for the CEO. Yeah, that kind of stuff is crazy. Yeah. Do it. And also sell these people prints, sell these people job signs, business cards, magnets, stickers, Google Sheets, business phone, like a Google phone, Apex One CRM that has AI, and the real estate thing. And they have these, have you guys used, talk about AI for real estate. What is it? It's pretty promising. What is it called? I do one mailing for a guy every single month where they promise, or they promise, I think it's like 70%. They predict like 70% of deals that in your area that will go to market, that within like 6 months that will get lit, that will become a listing in 6 months. It's crazy. The AI does the analyzation, and then it says, okay, these 50 addresses have an extremely high chance of becoming listings in the next, it might even be 3 months. I can never remember. 3 months or 6 months. It might be 3 months. And it is. It's like 70% accurate that they become listings. And you can mail to those people. You can mail specifically to those people, which is very affordable. That's what they say. But I'm not a big enough pro of ChatGPT to really understand the difference. I know I pay for the big one though. I use it often just for, I use it generating headlines, shortening things, changing copy and text, coming up with certain ideas or bullet points, making things funny. A lot of times shortening they have a lot of information and you want to shorten it. I use that a lot. I use ChatGPT pretty often, not as often as I wish I did or should be, but I do think Brevo, I don't know that one. Trade for the last few. Sure, you could do that. I just think that when you're down, there's many options. You could use that. I think you should still come in with the free thing and then maybe trade for a bigger space. Start with the small space and then trade or barter. You just get a lot. You will grab deals really fast when you go in those last spaces free. I am positive that you could just fill a card completely just by giving free spaces away. You could have your card the way you want it, have a few small spaces like a column ads, and just go in there, demand to talk to the owners, give them those spaces away for free, and you will sell so many of them onto a bigger ad, and you can just keep selling those same column spaces as they jump up to the bigger ads, and you will fill a whole card with great deals without even asking, with originally going in and asking them for free to just advertise for free. Especially if you're threatening them to go to their competitor. What's up, Chuck? Is this Chuck with the Koros with the 100 signs? My favorite AI tool that I use day in and day out, personally, I cannot, even though it's only been around for a little bit, or at least that I've been using it for a little bit, and they just had a huge version, is Topaz AI, or Topaz Gigapixel. It's one of the best investments I've ever made because I'm dealing with artworks all the time. Artwork that would have never printed well before now can be printed so well. And it really does make a difference. There's a lot that you can take on jobs and you can do things that other printers aren't doing, that other marketing people aren't doing. Most of the time, business owners have really bad artwork. They have terrible images. Or if you're doing banners and stuff like that, they don't have the full. You're taking something that's really often a screenshot from their phone, whether it's a picture or a logo. It's in their camera roll. They screenshot it. They send it on Facebook. It becomes compressed. They screenshot that, and these things look fine on a screen, like they look fine on a little screen like this. But then you got to blow them up to even a postcard size, even like a postcard size. Grab a postcard size thing. If your image is like this small, which is what might be on a phone, you got to blow it up this big. It becomes all blurry and pixelated. Then you imagine on a banner or a yard sign, it's got to get this big. It's so pixelated and blurry. You can run these things through Topaz Gigapixel, which is a standalone program or it can link with Photoshop. They just released another version of it. It's wild. It is insane what it can do. It can take an image that looked like crap and make it look absolutely beautiful, from photos to logos. Really great. Saves the day every single day. There is not one day that we go without using it multiple times. Yeah. You end up having to instead of harassing the client saying, I can't do this, or churning out a really crappy product, or maybe they've tried to get it done elsewhere. They go on Vistaprint. It says too low resolution, can't use this one. They get nervous. They don't know what to do. You're able to save the day. Your special software can save the day. Use it all the time. It's called Topaz Gigapixel. Topaz, like the gem. Topaz Gigapixel. Gigapixel. They also have Photo AI, which is incredible too. I use them both. I use them all the time. Randy Cole says, oh, there we go. I use Topaz at least 10 times a day for my clients over ridiculously pixelated logos. Yes. And the upgrade, I don't know if you got the upgrade. It's only $59 a year. I just upgraded to the 7.2, which is like 20% faster. I haven't even used it yet. I just upgraded last night. 20% faster, more features as a new model or something. And it has the feature where you can now click parts of it and it just instantly upscales those parts or recovers those parts. So if you see one thing that's out of whack, you just click it and it knows what you're clicking and restores it. So worth it. So worth it. From logos, hand-drawn artworks, to photos. Incredible. Merlin. I don't know that one. What the heck is Merlin? Nah, it's just Topaz Gigapixel. You open it up and you put the file in, and now it works with CMYK on the new version. It just restores it. There's like 6 models that you can pick from, which kind of tells you, okay, one is for art or CG, and one for lines and shapes, and one for photo, and then there's like 3 or 4 for photos. You just click through and find the best one. So if you have if you're doing art for a client, or you have something you need to be printed or Facebook ad or whatever, and it's pixelated, it's blurry, it will sharpen that thing, it will restore it. It will take a blurry photo. It'll take a photo that you had from like the 2000s on a really crappy digital camera or an old phone, and it'll like make it look like it was shot today. It's incredible. What's up, Rob? We're talking about AI. We're talking about Topaz Gigapixel. I don't know if Rob got on that bandwagon yet. I know he's explored it. I know it has saved the day on some artworks. But what a great use for AI. Rob ain't gonna like to hear this, but I do think, and I think Canva will be probably the first one to do it because they're getting there. I think that there will be AI soon that you can just give it your basic information, a picture, and it will create some kind of AI, probably in Canva or something, will create 50 different mock-ups that are just beautiful, that are you can give it some guidance on what you're looking for or tell it to it, and it will just create beautifully designed postcards or whatever you're making. They're not there yet because you can take decent designs and it will change the styling and stuff, which is helpful. But to make from scratch, and it will just it'll be built on analyzing existing great designs. You know, I'm sure there will be a point, if it's not here already, I'm sure it's able, someone just hasn't built it yet, where you can feed it postcard designs of examples of great designs, and the AI will turn anyone's design into something that looks close to that. It's coming. I always forget about AppSumo because I've gotten some pretty good deals on AppSumo. I always forget that they have good things. Oh yeah, pick this up. You can do it on you don't even need Photoshop, but if you have Photoshop, you can link it in with it. But it is standalone. It is worth every penny, John. I have taken photos that are so small. These are photos that are however they got there, through screenshots and compression and screenshots of screenshots. You know, someone wants a thing for their kid and it's a picture that's 1 inch. This happens often, 1 inch wide. You know, and you've got to put it on a banner that's this big. How do you take something that's 1 inch, that's not even good resolution to begin with, that's fuzzy, and put it on this and make it look incredible? You can do that because Topaz allows you to go up to 6 times. So you go from this size to this size, and then you can run it again and go to this size, and it recovers the details. It's amazing. It sharpens. It looks better than what it looked like. It looks better than what it would have looked like at high res. Incredible. Dan Johnson's great to see over in Oklahoma. I always forget his name. What's his name? It starts with the T. What's his name? It's my boy over there. Why can't I think of his name? Truman. Where's my boy Truman? Yeah, we just got to accept, you know what? You've been around the block a long time in design, and you know that there's so many staunch designers that think that that are ignorant to this. You've got to get on board. There will always be a place for us, but slaving away for an hour and a half, 3 hours, and doing all this manual work and brain power will be like just taken care of. And not everyone will be able to know how to do it. Like most people don't even know what Canva is, or they've heard of it. They don't know what to do. Just because you can do things with a few clicks now, most people that I know don't even out in personal life don't have a clue what ChatGPT is, or they kind of hear it. They really don't know what that is. Sarah, she gets mad when I say partner. I call her my wife. My wife, the other day, you want to hear something funny? Someone said, oh, her physical therapist has been ordering a bunch of print from us. She just went off on her own. And she was saying something like she was going to focus her business on SEO or something. That was her plan. And Sarah's like reading this off, and she says she's doing something SEO. She had no clue. No SEO. She's like, what's that? She's no clue. No clue what that is. And if you were to talk to most people like your everyday average, but they don't know what SEO is or what that means. They don't know. Maybe they've heard that term thrown around. They don't know what that means or what that is. It was funny because Sarah said no clue, 0 clue what SEO is, no clue. So my point was, even though these things will get easier to do and click of the button, there will always be a place for us marketers and hustlers and people trying to, and entrepreneurs to help people with it because they don't know how to do those things. Cooking at its basics are easy to do. You turn the fire on and it doesn't mean that you can cook an egg. Really. There's people that will butcher an egg every time, that will overcook the chicken every time, despite having very clear instructions and very simple thing. So I am totally not scared in that sense of AI. I'm scared that it'll kill us, but I've accepted my fate. Lewis says, if I offered business, Lewis, I have them. Okay. I have them cut. Nick cut them earlier. They're sitting over there somewhere and I got to send them out. I'm the only one in here right now in the front. I offered businesses to print things for them. How can I convince them to pay me? Well, they don't usually have a go-to printer. Most people don't really have a go-to printer. And if they do, there's not really a relationship built in that. So you will be able to easily pick up those deals just by talking to them because their printer is not talking to them and conversing with them and texting them and being their friend and being friendly and there to help them. They're not. Printing is a service that's usually faceless and a very cold thing, and it's annoying. You have to go there and talk to the person, go online and pick specs. So already you're at a huge advantage. Trust me, they will appreciate that relationship a ton. The UPS is picking up. You're good. That's all there is. Out in the front. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Adobe Firefly is images. Yes. You can use Affinity Photo. Nice. Photoshop's upscaling is pretty good. It's nowhere near as good as Topaz, but it's pretty good. It can take a small thing and make it larger. The Topaz also has video AI, which is incredible too, where you can take low resolution video and make it 4K. Truman. Yeah, that's my boy Truman. See, I remembered. Gary Hurley, good to see you. And Affinity just got bought by Canva. Isn't that right? I'm pretty sure Canva just bought Affinity. Oh, nice. Chuck is out there selling 100-yard signs. He knows what to do. Hi, May. Aren't you an elite member? I thought you were. Subscribe and you get in the group. The elite membership. It's in Facebook. The Eliters. The Eliters. We're missing my boy Samson. We're missing Char Daddy. I just want to remind you of this. The banner marketing. None of you will do it. No one will do it. One person will do it, and they'll make a ton of business. But it's not as sexy as 9x12s and making $5,000-$10,000 a pop. Krisha says, "Yeah, they're going out. They're going right out." Maybe today, I don't know. I'm not the only one. Okay, how much is the only one? $44. I never changed it. It was $28 in 2015, and then it was $44 in 2016. I never changed it. Should be. Oh, get in there. Yeah, I don't actually open. It's not always actually open. It's technically closed. It's the back door way of opening it. But you get my products as they release. You got a whole bunch of content that I've had access to, and you got my discounted printing rates. You also get access into the Facebook Elite Club. So you better get in there. I didn't know you weren't in there. Just search High Response 9x12, and as long as your name matches up to the subscription, I approve you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Get Pix. What is this? Get Pixie in to India. 30 AI engines all in one place. Isn't AI like, there's only like a couple actual AI things, and then the rest is just plugging into them? There's only like 2 or something. Canva's owns Infinity. Canva's taken over. The Canva's AI tools, or they're just tools in general, are incredible. You can make beautiful websites fast. the design on them is so fast. You can have 100 pages in a design of variants. They can even make edits. It's easy enough to where you can create something for them or modify something for them, and they can make the edits that can be be shared amongst a whole ton of people. They can all work it at the same time. You can. There's so many effects and styles. You can change styling. You make version. It picks the colors. That's a nice thing. If you have a document or you have an artwork that you're making and you want to add some text or add a shape, it will automatically, when you go to change the color and pick a color for, it'll automatically just sample the right colors that go with your color scheme. It'll automatically sample them. You don't have to go into a certain menu, pull up a certain menu, know a secret hack. It's just there, and you pick, okay, this blue looks good, and it looks good because it's picking, it's showing you a selection that already goes, doing the color theory for you. You don't have to have any color, it does it for you. The magic resize tool in Canva is incredible. So if someone makes a business card, a postcard, or they made it something in some weird size or whatever size the Canva template they originally designed it from was in, you can just resize it using Magic Resize. And if you have Canva Pro, your clients don't have to. They can give you their artwork that they made in the free version. And as soon as it's shared to you, you can do all the stuff that you can do in Pro, so they don't have to pay for it. So you can resize. I'm resizing things all the time. Like, we do that so many times a day. Take someone's artwork they made at 6.5 by 9 and add bleed. So it's something we do a bazillion times a day. You magic resize it, add the bleed. We throw in some guidelines and then show them how to display the guidelines, and they can see where everything needs to be saved from. Move your text in here. Incredible. The stuff you can do with Canva is so wild, and I don't even stay on top. I try to, but there's so many features in there I don't even know about. Just search high response 9x12 in Facebook. You'll see it. Trust me, I'm positive you'll see it. It's in the elite group. It's Kara. I don't know if she wants to show it. I don't know if she's still here. More people have been making them, but I don't, if she's right here. Show it. And then you can sell the template. She needs to be selling this template because she did all the hard work, and you could just use her template and modify it. What is it, Carolyn? Do you want to share it? If she don't want to, she doesn't have to. Getpenicillin.com. That's what it looked like. Yeah. I don't even know what it costs. 100 a month or something, or 100 a year. I'd pay 100 a month. Was the same say? Yeah. Good. Sell print while you're at it. Trust me, you will make so much more money. It's another thing I say all the time, and no one ever does it. Like, so few people do it. Sell print at the same time. You might not sell space, but you'll sell a bunch of print. You might sell both. The space, print, brochures, flyers. What else you got? That's what they'll say. Oh, yeah. Don't say that. Don't have Canva print. You have Jake print for super cheap. Actually, it's on my back here. It's freezing in the office, so I wear this here. It does say print for super cheap on the back, though. It does. I am not gonna represent. So what's your put it on there? Oh, she's just saying that. I guess they hacked my page. Jason Bell hacked my page. He took it over. Let me go find it. Dan Kennedy and Jason Bell at it again. Taking my can't say the word. Where is it? High response 9x12. High response 9x12 print and direct marketing. Oh my God. It's so, I've had this group for so long. It's that. That's what it is. 120 for a team of 3. I think on, maybe not AppSumo. Some people sell, I don't know if they still do it, but some people buy like the big enterprise subscriptions where you can have like 1 million users, and then they sell you basically become a user under their team, on their team. So you have your own Canva, like you're a member of their team, but you have their own Canva, and then they sell it for, $50 or something instead of 120. That used to be a big thing. I don't know if it still is. I don't know if it's probably against their terms of service, but that option is out there. Yeah, Vistaprint. Vistaprint is there's also something about Vistaprint. You can email, anyone can email me about this, but I don't want to say it publicly because I don't want them to hear. But there's something that's every marketer should know about Vistaprint. But I can't say it. I can't say it. I've thought about saying it in videos, but I can't. I get so much business from it. Oh, maybe. Could be, but I tell people all the time to search for it, and somehow they find it. I usually just say go search for the group. Oh, my battery died. Hang on. Hang on there. Let's find a fresh one. I don't know if this one has power. Maybe that works. We'll see. Do we have enough power? Yeah, I guess so. I had 3 batteries, and one of them's dead, and now that one's dead, so hopefully it stays. Oh, EDU account, get Canva. Nice. How do you get an EDU account? You got to go to school. Got to go to college for that. It's a big, to spend $100,000 in tuition just to get a free Canva account sounds a little too much. There's nothing wrong with Canva and Vistaprint. There's nothing wrong. You want them to go with you. You know, you want them to get printing through you. They won't have as many options. They won't have as many options for like print stocks and stuff. But you will get a better quality if you use a wholesale printer, you're going to get a better quality. It's going to be often faster, cheaper in the end, and it's going to come from a local source. Vistaprint is pretty bad overall. Vistaprint uses a very good business model you can learn a lot from. They start with really low prices. They will lure you in with a very low price, and often their first-time customers do get an actual pretty low price. But then they add stuff on. You go through a crazy funnel of adding stuff on. So what looks like it's only $100, then you want gloss on it. You want some kind of finish. You want thicker postcard. You want it to be done in 4 days instead of 14 days. You want it to be shipped in 2 days instead of, and the add-ons just mark it up, you know, $1 here, $5 here, $10 here, double-sided, $20 here, and you end up with like a huge, much bigger amount. They have, I think the strong thing, they have very strong branding. Vistaprint is really well known. But they have popular web designers. So people often design on Vistaprint, and they keep your design. You cannot use that anywhere else. Whereas Canva, you can design for free, and you can print anywhere you want. Yeah, is there a way to get an ED? Is there some fancy thing I don't know about? Yeah, you can, 100%. I want to my own horn here. I'd be Vistaprint all the time. All the time. You got to be part of the elite group. You gotta pay the piper. You gotta pay the piper. Yeah, gotta go to school. The #1 killer of entrepreneurial success. Yeah, they did. Jason Bell did. A jerk. Sign up for the community college course. As Chris Rock says, they call community college because everyone in the community can go. Drug addict, prostitute, whatever. Come on in. Does anyone remember? I'm not a big comedy person. Like I like comedy and stuff. I missed the roasts. I really missed those roasts. Those were so funny. Those were so funny. But Chris Rock's, when I was in like high school, this is like late 90s. Chris Rock had some comedy. It was so funny. It was the funniest thing ever. It was so funny. He said, when you're white, he goes, when you're white, the sky's the limit. When you're black, the limit's the sky. He was so funny. I don't even know if he's alive anymore. He's probably dead. Oh yeah, pirate ship for sure. Yes, so I get negotiated rates. I do so much shipping. I get negotiated rates with personal UPS, FedEx reps. But you can go on. Anyone can do this. If you're a business owner, and you're shipping anything. Use Pirate Ship. Pirateship.com. It's completely free, and you get like really low rates on shipping, USPS and UPS. It will save you a ton. Yeah, you want to print on both. They get you. You made the design. You were lured in with that thing, and then you find, oh crap, yeah, I'd like to get the other side. It's only 30% more. It's a back. I don't want to. I don't. Woo! He joined. Weren't they funny? I miss those things so much. I miss them so much. The roasts, the John Stamos, the Justin Bieber one was hilarious. Remember that? And I just miss when you could talk and people weren't offended by it. I miss that. Like, and it was just funny. It was just funny, and you took it as well as you gave it back. Remember Martha Stewart and stuff? Those were so funny. The Bob Saget one was hilarious. I don't think they can do that anymore. They can't. Everyone would be sued and be, what's it called? Canceled. Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, that's right. He slapped Will Smith. That's how we've come to. They can't even take a joke anymore. Can't even take a joke. Yeah. Pirate Ship that is a useful tool, 100% useful tool. Any business owner should be using Pirate Ship, because at some point you're shipping stuff. Like, you will get super, super low rates. The only way to get lower rates than what's on Pirate Ship is to have negotiated rates. And for USPS, I don't think there's any. You'd have to do such a high volume of business to get anywhere lower than what Pirate Ship has. It would be unachievable. So use Pirate Ship. We use Pirate Ship all the time for stuff that we're sending. Like when I use samples, most of the time we use Pirate Ship because we don't have negotiated rates that go beyond that for USPS. When you start doing UPS at really high levels, you can get negotiated rates. But if you're not shipping like a lot of packages all the time, like, and even if you are, you probably Pirate Ship is for you. Oh, really? He died. Yeah. I know that he died. Well, that roast was really funny though. And the Jeffrey Ross guy, he's so funny. They were, I miss that. I miss that kind of stuff. I used to look forward to seeing those. Yeah, exactly. Like that's ridiculous to just go to school. Oh, cheapest way to get mailing lists. I wouldn't even, cheapest way to get a mailing list. One, in general, it's not good to get a cheap mailing list because they're, with one exception, but you want good quality data, and good quality data is going to cost some money. I always recommend Axiom, which is usadata.com. If you become a reseller or have an account, you can use their SL360 database, but it's usadata.com. They have really inexpensive data. It's like $60 or $70 per thousand, and really, really good data. Their data is great. It's very up to date. It's very accurate. They accurate. They have a ton of selects. And if you get a rep there, you can ask for really unique stuff. And they have a lot of partners and other databases that they can access that you don't see in the interface, which is all really reasonably priced. Like the pricing is really reasonable. So I would definitely use them. I cannot even remotely suggest any other place, because that's the place to go. And even the main big like direct mail play, like I have a huge competitor that has their own listing, but they get it through. It's the same database. They're just a massive white label of them. Get it through USA Data. If you want the cheapest, that's good quality though, reference US. It's now called Data Axle. Get it through your local library. Check and see if your local library has it. It's called Data Axle or Reference Solutions. They changed the name. Reference Solutions now, I think, or Data Axle. You can see if they have it or a local library has it. I use this all the time. You can pull up new movers for free. You can pull up new businesses for free. You can pull up really basic demographics, like if they're a homeowner, income levels, and just pull up those people at any given time for free. So it's not very pricey, and it's good quality. To charge of what you should charge is on you. I suggest a 30 to 50% margin, not markup, margin. I have a whole video on that. Markup versus margin. Margin is where you're figuring out what percentage profit you want to make on it. So if you're sending, you should be able to make 30 to 50% margin, which is a 50% margin is a 100% markup. You should be able to, on everything you sell, to be out of what you're selling. So if you sell something for $100, you should be able to make $50 profit. $30 to $50. That's margins. It's how much profit you're making on what you're selling. Markup is where you're just adding to the cost. So it's a little less than margin. I like margin. You can find that by dividing. So if something's going to cost you $50 and you want to make 50% profit, you divide it by 0.5. If you want to make 30% profit, you divide it by 0.7. So you hit on the calculator, divide, which is that slash sign, 0.7. And that'll give you a 30% margin. That will give you what to sell it to make 30% profit. It's a super useful calculation. Yeah, they pay. They pay a thing for it. So if your business doesn't have it, or if your local library does not have it, utilize the tools of your local librarian to find another library that does, or call Data Axle Reference Solutions and ask what's another library or libraries in Oklahoma that have it. They'll be able to tell you right away. Like you can email them and you'll get a response pretty quick, or you can even call. They'll tell you the libraries that have them, and then you can go online or call those libraries and ask if you can tell them, I don't live in whatever place, Tulsa, but am I able to get an out of area? I want to access this database. Do you have a program where I can get a library card out of area? Sometimes you have to pay $10 or $20 or something, and they give you a card. And now you have access. You have access to it through their library system. That's actually how I access my reference solutions. I don't have it in my local library. The library 50 miles from me does, so I have an online card there. Oh, wow. He used to pay $100 a month, and I get it at the library. Any of you guys ever watch Arthur? You remember that cartoon Arthur on PBS Kids? He had the song Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. There is so much you can do with a library. They have so many resources, free movies, free audiobooks, Kindle books. My local libraries have in New York State with the Empire Pass, which allows you to get in any New York State parks. Instead of paying the $8 fees to get in, you can just rent the pass, so you don't have to pay those. They have so many resources. A lot of money is put into libraries, and they have so many resources that the community doesn't always know. Some have 3D printers, printing services, techie stuff. How do you do EDMs? I have a whole video on this too. It's called how to do an EDM without going to the post office, I think. How do you do EDM for clients in another state? You can do it via retail too. We max out our retail. We have 2 retail accounts. We max them out every day. Every day we max them out because it's so much easier. The less I can do with BMEU, the better. Ever since they took away the profit, the price savings. And the gist of it is that you prepare it exactly how you would if you were local. So you do everything just how you would do locally. But instead of putting it into tubs or something you'd bring to the post office, you put it in mailing boxes. Now, if you're getting the printing through me, you're already going to have the boxes, so you can reuse them, and you can just prep them and put them back in there. Or wherever, if you're buying printing from anyone, it's coming in boxes. You're getting them in some kind of boxes. So just reuse those boxes and ship them out. You can use Pirate Ship to ship them out. You ship them out to where they need to go. Whether you use Priority Flat rate boxes, which are free. The boxes are free. You'll still pay the postage. You can send them. I send them to Hawaii. I send mailings to Hawaii, and they get there in 2 days. If they're really close, you can use UPS through Pirate Ship, and it will be very cheap because that's great for heavy and close by, and they'll get there like next day. They get to the post offices next day. If you're only like a state or two away, it'll get there next day. Otherwise, 2 days, 3 days. If you start going across the country, it might make sense to use USPS flat rate. That's it. No, it's it. Same thing. Is there a way to print the address on numerous? You can print the addresses, but generally we can do it. But it's cheaper to just make labels for most people. It's not worth the added cost and time to have all the addresses printed on them. If you're doing like 500 or more, it might make sense. And if you're getting them through me, then have us print the addresses on there, and that saves you from having to address label them. But if you're doing like 100, 200, just throw the addresses labels on. I mean, if you have kids, just give them to your kids. Oh, it's great to see you, Jeremy. You're always a latecomer on here, but it's great to see you. I appreciate it. Wi-Fi Payday says, can you split routes and send direct to the PO for me? Split into routes. Well, we do full service mailings every day. Nick just left. UPS just came and picked up the ones that we had to do today. We do this every day. So if you don't want to do this, you can. So yeah, definitely. This is something we do every day. I don't know what that is, but I don't do it. I'm sorry. I can probably point you to someone who does, but I'm not really sure. We do be. I know you, but I don't know what your name is because I'm sure we talk over email all the time. I just don't know what the Adobe is. Margin versus markup. Yeah, see, I see that and I get all crazy. I have a great video on it, but this is a big business thing that screws so many people because people think, oh, I'm going to add 50% markup. They always think in terms of markup. I'm going to add, if I want to make 50% profits, I'm going to add 50% to the price. And you don't. You end up only adding like 30% because markup is adding to the cost, where margin is what percentage of that you're selling is what you make. That even sounds confusing. It's like if you want to make $100,000 a year profit, if you want to take home $100,000 a year, and you build your pricing out to be where 50% of everything you sell is profit, then you need to make $200,000 a year because 50%, that everything is 50%. The problem is that people do markup instead and they start adding 50% to their costs and they end up they sell 200,000, but they only make 70,000 instead of 100. And they wonder why, I'm pricing, I'm adding 50% or I'm adding 30%. But I'm not making 30% profit. It's because you're using markup and not margin. I rarely ever use markup in anything. There are times where markup's just easier to kind of figure out, things like doubling the price of something. And okay, that's adding 100, that's 100% markup, which is 50% margin. But I hit the divide 0.5 sign so many times. It's just ingrained into I can hit that thing 1,000 times a day. You take something that costs whatever. If I'm on the fly and someone's asking me for a price for something and I know that it's going to cost X amount, I can just get on my phone and hit /0.7 /0.6 /0.5, and I know it's 30% or 40% or 50% margin. Yeah, I don't like to. So there's two things. Variable data technically is where we put on the digital press. So where you actually create different artwork for every. I mean, you probably know this, but to someone listening, variable data, the actual variable data is where it's digitally printed. So it's on a printing press that isn't as big as the offset one. It's a smaller press, even though they can be pretty big. And every print is different. So the actual artwork. So it's actually, if you have 100 different addresses or ticket numbers or different headlines and stuff, all of that is generated on these sheets. They're really big sheets. I should grab one. I could grab one from the back, but I would show you what a full sheet looks like. But it's all laid out. So there'll be, depends on the size, but there might be 21 or 31 things on there, all different things. And then they're printed out and then we chop them all up. There's variable data printing. But for addresses, the easier way to do it is inkjetting. So it's printed on offset, which is a lot cheaper, faster, because it's the same artwork, and then ran through inkjet, where it's the addresses are just inkjetted on after. So technically that is kind of variable data, but inkjetting is a different process than. Variable data is cool, and there's so much you can do and unique things, and it's awesome, and you get better color matching, anything on a digital press, but it's way more expensive. It's way more time consuming. And we are not, right now, we're not at the, not capacity, the brain capacity, the work capacity. We have way too much workload to spend time on doing variable data campaigns, but inkjetting, no problem. I know you're guilty there, Jeremy. I'm going to wrap this up in a second. My throat is so dry. Oh, that's him. That's Kevin. You got to hit Kevin up for that. Hit my boy Kevin Dyke up for that. Percents can always get you in trouble. 50 to 100 is 100, but 50 is 50. Yeah. Yeah. People just live by markup. They live by markup. And they think that markup is the answer, and it's not. Margin is where you want to be. Yeah, for sure. There's no stupid question. Canva has they do. You're right, Earl. They do. I don't use it because I use Topaz so much, but they do. I don't know. I'd have to test it. I'm sure it's probably pretty good. That's it. I hope everyone had a great time on here. Thank you. This is like my break in the week. You know, I force myself to show up on here, and I can't do anything else, which is fantastic because I actually get to talk with people instead of freaking out. Yeah, George List says the EDMs for roofing and siding worked great. You were actually on my list to hit up yesterday. I was like, I got to add him on there and just see how things are going. Too many leads now. Too many. He's got too many. Too many. Oh, I love that. It never gets old. So anyone that is thinking about doing an EDDM or mailer campaign, take a look at that comment. If you want more business than you can handle. More business than you can handle. What's this? If they're in 200 rings, no, just them. I don't know. Lead Kahuna probably. David Sprague. I hear nothing but good things about it. Beautiful Charleston, somewhere I've always wanted to go. I hear it's just a beautiful city, beautiful place. Come work for George and take these leads. Yeah, 1 p.m. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate you for joining. Every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, whatever time zone you're in, just do the time calculation. California, it's 10. Yeah, Kevin. I got to have Kevin on here because I got to tap the like signs. I got Monica, Kevin, Anthony Salazar. Dang, nice. Okay. So, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that Canva has that feature. Basan, where you got the 9x12 system, don't you? I got that in there. Also, if you want to check out this, where is it? This is my infographic pie chart. This was where we analyzed thousands of 9x12 cards that were done over many years, and that was the percentage breakdown of many thousands of ads. It took like a whole year for us to compile this data. We took all these years and years and years worth of 9x12s, and we classified every ad. This is not just ours, but ones we've printed. So we just compiled years worths of people's 9x12s, broke down the ads into categories, and put them in this percentage. These were the standouts. Ireland at 6 p.m. Oh, nice. You have your Irish, your Jameson, and then you can go to bed after. Oh, no, there's still plenty of time. It's only 6. It's early there. And the Guinness, right? That's why you guys drink the Guinness and the Jameson. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad to share it. Block out my face there. Okay, guys. I don't even know how to pull this thing down. There we go. Have a great rest of the week. Maybe I'll get this June banger out this week. It's done. It's literally done. I don't think I have anything to add. I just have to make a page to buy it. But I've said that 3 or 4 times now. So have a great night, great day, wherever you are. We'll talk marketing next Thursday at 1 p.m. as well. I'll see you later.